Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for August 2018. This month, I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck and pulling 2 cards for each Zodiac sign for this mid-month update. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. All that being said, now on to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update. And the first sign I'm starting with is Aries, and Aries, your first card is the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is a water sign person. This is either a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could also be you, Aries, if you have a rising sign or moon sign that's a water sign. You're filling in the blanks. There's a lot of missing information or missing details of something you either, maybe it's paperwork, could be legalities, could be just some things going on in your life. But I get missing details and having to fill in the blanks. You're working hard and you're gathering a lot of information this month. Anything that you did backwards or you felt was prepared or done in a backwards sense, you're organizing it, you're realigning it, you're getting it to go in the right direction. You may have some kind of weird stipulations or charges that came up against some kind of accounts that you may have, like maybe surcharges you don't think that you should have to pay, or I don't know, fees, surcharges or fees that maybe were wrong or you need to get straightened out. Some of you may have a family member that is kind of being a bother to you, or you may feel like they're a real pain in the neck to you, and they could be a water sign person, either rising sign, moon sign, or sun sign. It could be a water person for you that's kind of like annoying you or being a pain in the neck for you. And it feels to me like almost like you want to keep them in check. You want to keep them in line, or you want to keep or keep an eye on them. It could even be something like that. They may be seeking you out for advice, this Page of Cups. They may be needing you for something, or if they're not around you or you're not around them, they may be wishing you were there. So you've got multiple things happening here with you in this Page of Cups. They may be having a difficult time mastering something or assimilating to something. So this could be a friend of yours, a child, a grandchild, a love partner. The next card you have is the 10 of Rods. This is moving on to new and better horizons with 10 rods of burden on your shoulder. And those 10 rods of burden can be knowledge and experience you gained already that are going to help you as you move on to the new and better horizons. There's a lot of plans that you're setting in motion in this mid-month of August, and it could have to do with relocation. You could be changing your job, changing your school, changing your home, but the word relocation comes up with it. You may also be going through a lot of gyrations and investigations of how you can fund something. There's something maybe you need to fund. Is it a move you need to fund? Is it a vacation you need to fund? Is it a big purchase you need to fund? I don't know. It's going to be different for all of you Aries. Be careful at your job that you don't do anything that would jeopardize your employment. So you may have some higher ups that may be scrutinizing. They could be doing employee reviews, or maybe they're just picking a certain group of people to analyze, like if their productivity is good, or they may be talking to you about stuff. So be very careful of your words and what you're doing, and just be on the lookout at your job that there may be some kind of scrutiny going on. Doesn't necessarily mean you're the only one getting scrutinized. Could be a whole team, a whole division, a whole section. Some of you Aries may be thinking about building up a business, to start a new business. If you already have a business, Aries, you may be thinking of or looking into ways to build up the business you already have. You may also find yourself following rules and regulations and bringing anything up to code. Like, so if you had a property and you wanted to rent it, or if you had something that was not completely up to code, it could be a vehicle, it could be your home, or something to do with a license or a permit to do with work or driving, you may be working on bringing something up to code in mid-August. So I hope those brief messages were of help to you. Now on to Taurus. Taurus, your first card here is the King of Swords. You always have swords people that come up. I swear, Taurus, every time there's some swords person. Here you've got King of Swords. This is either Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. That could be their sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could also be you if your rising or moon sign is an air sign. Wow, you got a mixed bag here. They're thinking out of the box. They're pushing your buttons. Some of these Kings of Swords are telling you what to do. For some of you, they could even be a professor or a karmic teacher. They could be an actual teacher, an actual professor. They could be your karmic teacher. They definitely want you to see things the way they do. I feel like they have a little bit of a difficult time with their life, and they may be on a little bit of a rocky roller coaster. Now, maybe their life is going along smoothly, but their internal life may be rocky. I don't know, but somewhere this King of Swords is some part of their life, either mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, or their employment, or their living situation, or their love relationship. Somewhere this King of Swords is having some kind of rocky part of their life. You may be feeling compelled to help them out. You know, if they're not your teacher, you could be helping them out or teaching them. In this situation, Taurus, it goes one way or the other in this update. So you're going to have to see who this is. When the people cards come up in a general reading on YouTube, it's always more complicated because I can't pinpoint for all of you Tauruses who exactly they are. For some of you, it feels like a boss. For some of you, it feels like a professor or a teacher. For some of you, this feels like it could be a relation to you. So it's all over the board. For some of you, this King of Swords is asking you and wants you to help them out or do something for them. The next card you have here, Taurus, is the Knight of Cups. This is a water sign person, either a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could also be you if you have water as your rising or moon sign. I feel like this Knight of Cups is kind of giving you a little bit of problems, and you wish they would quit it. I do feel that for some of you, this Knight of Cups is working on themselves and trying to better themselves and improve themselves. But it's tricky for them because I feel like they can't really handle the pressure that they're experiencing. They may be asking a lot out of you and expecting things of you. So, you know, this King of Swords and the Knight of Cups may be the same person. Maybe that's their sun sign and this is their rising sign. I don't know, because I'm getting some similar energy here. And you may look at them like, you know what, this Knight of Cups is doing everything the hard way or the long way, or they're learning their lessons the hard way and the long way. I see you looking at them like that. I do really, really feel strongly that this Knight of Cups is somehow related to you through family. So it could be your son, your daughter, or even a spouse. That's still family. You know, it's family to you is what I feel. I feel like they have taken a lot of chances and a lot of risks. And I feel that something has gotten upended for them. Like maybe they invested in the stock market and they lost their shirt, or they bought a business and they didn't really fully know what they were doing and the business tanked, or they, you know, got involved in a job or something that really they weren't prepared or ready for, or they didn't, you know, do the right things at the job and they lost their job. Because I'm seeing like something get upended. So, you know, unless they were in some kind of accident, but that's not what it feels like to me. It feels like something that was in their life that they were trying to make solid got upended for them. And they're coming to you to ask you to help them out and solve things for them, and maybe give them financial, help them financially or with advice. And I'm going to tell you here, for some of you Tauruses, this King of Swords and the Knight of Cups are the same person, or you have two people that are doing something really similar to you. So your reading was a little bit confusing because it's about people, not big broad themes in your life. You know, when the court cards and the minor arcana cards show up, they're not as, they're more transitory passing things that happen. The major arcana are for bigger themes in your life. So I hope these messages made sense to you, Tauruses. Now on to the sign of Gemini. First card you have here, Gemini, is the Sun. And the Sun is a card that means happiness, joy, and exuberance of life, returning to the childhood happiness and joy. It can also mean a child being born, could be a love relationship, could have something to do with children, could also be the spotlight being on you or success in the material world. I feel like you're feeling like a kid again, Gemini, and you're finally feeling like you're having some kind of freedom, like you're free of something. Maybe you're on vacation, or maybe you took a leave of absence, or you retired, or you have more time to yourself, or something has happened that's making you feel more like a kid again. Some of you are good, some big things are going to happen to you between now and the end of September, and some of you may find yourself getting involved in a new love relationship. So for some of you, it's that. Some of you are really spending a lot of time and energy mapping out a plan of attack of the next thing that you want to do, because you don't want to waste time or wait anymore. Like, so whatever this plan is, did you want to start a new business? Did you want to go on a diet and lose weight? Did you want to go on dating sites and meet somebody new? Did you want to find a location to build a vacation home or build something? Or get some place to lease out and rent to other people, and you become a landlord. I don't know what you're doing, Gemini, but I do see many of you making some kind of, this is the month I'm setting up to go for it. I'm making a map or a plan. I see many of you Geminis doing that. I do feel like you're reaping some rewards of some things that you really put your pedal to the metal to, and you're reaping the rewards of that in the middle of August. So if it was to lose weight, you were successful. If it was to save money up or get a new job or make some more headway in a business, whatever it is, you're reaping the benefits and the rewards in August. It's starting to show up for you. You're going to feel very loved in August, even if you're like, well, I'm not dating anybody new, or no, I didn't meet anybody new. If you're in a love relationship, you're feeling loved, like you're getting love from somewhere. I don't know who's giving it to you. It could be somebody, your family could be giving you the love. It could be a love partner giving you the love. It could be pets giving you the love. I don't know, but you're getting love in August. Here you have Seven of Pentacles. Could be your clients and bosses, because this is about work. This is Seven of Pentacles is usually being tired and exhausted of your hard work and efforts and gaining financial gain from those reward, from the work. You're going to have abundance that's going to start to flow in, and I do feel financially, and I do feel also anything that you're doing to promote or market yourself, your work, your talents, your skills is going to be, you're going to be doing that, and it's going to be paying off for you. If there was a particular account or client or something that you were working towards or trying to land, I feel like you landed it, like you're going to get it, and whatever this is, somehow you end up bringing more money to you. Or it could be like, were you auditioning for something? Were you trying out for a new job or a new position at a job you already work? Whatever it is, you're landing it. You're landing the new job, or you're landing the new position, or you're landing the part in whatever, and then money comes to you from that. Some of you are actually going to be spending extra time out in your yard, in your garden. I see you turning over things. So either you're turning over and starting a garden, or you're re-landscaping your property. So some of you, it does actually have to do with work, and you may be, enjoying it, but it may cost you money to do. Or if you're not doing the work yourself, you could be hiring somebody else to do it, but then it's expensive. And but I do get yard work and turning over ground and improving property. I get that. If there's something that you wanted to sell, whether it's something you created yourself or if it's your home, I see somebody offer and you want to sell it. It may not happen in August, but some of you it will. And some of you, if it doesn't happen in August, whatever work or effort or money or time or energy you're putting into whatever it is you want to sell in the month of August, you will then sell it after that and make money from it. So you have to think on that. Are you trying to get your property ready to sell? Do you have something you're trying to fix up to sell, or are you making or creating something that you're pouring your energy into and then you want to sell it? It will sell. So think on that, Gemini. I hope those messages made sense to you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. So the first card you have of the two cards for mid-August is the 10 of Rods. And this is moving on to new and better horizons with 10 rods of burden on your shoulder. But it's going to give you knowledge and experience that you've gained, will help you. You're like burdened. These are burdens on your shoulder, but it's actually going to help you as you move forward. Or you may be feeling overburdened as you move forward in the month of August. I do see you, for one thing, Cancer, I feel you're settling a lot of debts. I see you paying things off. Maybe you want to pay things off for a particular reason, I don't know, or maybe recently you've gotten a raise or you've gotten more money has come in, and I see you paying down some of your debts. Cancer, I got to warn you. My guides are saying it's very easy for you to get manipulated and controlled by other people. And I feel like if that has been activity that's been going on for you, I don't care whether it's been going on for 6 years, 2 months, a week, it doesn't matter. You're going to stop it. You're not going to, it's like you're going to walk away from it or move away from it or distance yourself from people that have been manipulating or controlling you. You may find yourself going back and forth between two houses or two properties where you work, or two businesses. Like say if you work someplace and they have a satellite office, you may be going back and forth between the two. Or if they have a location in one state and you're in another state or province, you may have to go back and forth between the other state or province. Or if you have two houses, or if there's somebody you're helping out, like parents or family members that are not doing well with and they need extra help or health care, or you're assisting them or aiding them in some way. Maybe they're getting ready to move and you're going back and forth from your house to theirs, or maybe somebody's not well and you're going to go over there, or they're getting elderly and you're going to go back and forth between your house and theirs. You've got like this going back and forth between two locations for some reason. And it's for me, since it's a general reading, Cancer, I can't tell whether it's your home, your work, or a business. I can't tell. It's too many possibilities here for you. I do feel you have situations that are changing for you, and this seems to revolve around your family. So I feel it's requiring you to spend more time with them, whoever your family is to you. Now you have the High Priestess here. This is your highest spirit guide coming in to give you a message. It could indicate your psychic ability, your own psychic ability and intuition. You could be the High Priestess. It could also be something is being kept secret or hidden from you or by you. Some of you have a lot of important information that's been withheld to you from a partner. It could be a love partner. It could be a business partner, a love partner, a business partner, or somebody important that you're connected to. You may have bitten off more than you can chew with this person. I feel that they've studied you and analyzed you, and they know what makes you tick. They know what you'll buy. They know what you won't. Meaning when I say buy, I mean believe. Like what you're likely to believe, what you're likely to not believe. They've got you figured out pretty well. So isn't it interesting it came up that you may be moving away from manipulative people, and yet in this card I'm picking up about somebody that's feels like they've been studying you and kind of manipulating you in some way. Now, some of you may hear this and go, oh my God, I know exactly who that is. And some of you may be like, what? No, I don't know who that is. Well, are you facing it? Maybe you haven't woken up to it yet, is what I'm getting, because I'm getting it from both cards that's coming up here. I also see some of you Cancers feeling a little grouchy and that you don't want to compete. So if you feel like you're getting put in a competition situation, I don't feel like you're going to like it. Because I get that you feel like you just want peace. You want to do your work and you want to be into what you're doing. And then that's it. I don't feel like if you have somebody around you that's getting competitive with you, or your job or some creative pursuit that you're doing is kind of ending up putting you in competition with other people, I feel like you're not going to like it. And you want to just be left I get you feeling grouchy by it. Or like, are siblings making you feel competitive? Is your sibling competing with you? Are they making you compete at your job? Is some craft or like interesting thing you're creating, or is the environment you're doing it in and then maybe trying to sell it, making things competitive? I feel like that's going to make you grouchy, and you're not going to like that part. If that comes up for you, all of you may not be in that position. So always watch your rising sign and your moon sign if what I'm saying to you and your sun sign isn't making sense. So I hope it made sense for you, Cancer. Now on to the sign of Leo. First card you have, Leo, is the Chariot, and this to me is a card that's very strongly symbolic of change. It can also be feeling pulled in two different directions. You may be faced with having to make a decision or a choice. Sometimes this card can indicate success, and also often long distance travel can come up with this card. I do feel like you're being put under pressure of having to figure out your next move. And it could be your spouse putting pressure on you. It could be your work putting pressure on you. What is putting pressure on you that's forcing you to figure out and think about what your next move is going to be, Leo? Only you can figure that out. I feel like you're really tired of the BS that people are giving you. I get you're tired of BS and listening to BS. So somewhere in your life you feel like people are BSing you and you're tired of listening to it. If you're working, Leo, I feel that you feel like you've generated a lot of wealth and common good for either the business you own and your family or the company you work for. And that you feel like there should be some kind of like recognition, appreciation, compensation. Maybe you feel like you should be making more money for what you put out there in your business, or maybe you feel like you should be getting more money from the company you work for. In some way, Leo, the Chariot is showing up here and asking you to make some kind of change. And some of you, it may have to do with how you handle your business and business-related affairs. Something is also, if you work for someone else, and if you're involved in sales, you're going to start to sell different things. If you own your own business, or if you work for a company or something else, another type of business, you're something is changing about what you're selling. And you're going to have some kind of new platform or new format that you're going to devise yourself, or that is going to be, you're going to be asked to do with work or business. Some of you are also going to be learning a new skill. It could be a new trade. It could be happening even in a job that you already work for. They may say, hey, Leo, we want everybody to learn this skill. So, or you could be doing it on your own. It might be some skill you want to learn yourself and nobody else is asking you to do it. You have the Queen of Swords here, and this is either an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you, Leo, if you have something that's a strong air sign for you in either your rising or your moon sign. You got to be careful of this Queen of Swords. For some of you, they may be trying to make a monkey of you or take you to the cleaners in some way. It could be a male or a female, so this air sign person seems like they're challenging to you. They're working you over in some way. They may be a competitor to you at work, or they may be in a competitive business to you. Or this could be a family member that's competitive with you, that maybe wants to see you fail or is not necessarily having your best interests at heart. Now, keep in mind the court cards, whenever they come up, they're always harder to read because how many Leos are listening to this video? I don't know, but it's not 2. It's many. So this Queen of Swords could be a positive person for you, but right here it's coming up like I feel like they're challenging to you. They may be somebody that's really fastidious and sterile, like they may want everything neat and clean and be like really, really, they may be sterile about something, or maybe they're sterile, like maybe they can't reproduce. So the word sterile is coming up around this Queen of Swords. I feel like your ego may have been bruised or battered up a little bit by this Queen of Swords and your involvement or dealing with them. I feel like they're kind of against you a little bit. I feel like they may be tired of you and they maybe want to rock your world a little bit. So I feel you may have it out with them. And somebody asked me that when I said that before, what did I mean by that? To me, having it out with somebody means fight, like argue, get into a verbal sparring match and altercation. So you're going to give them a piece of your mind, I feel, Leo, at some point, and they may do the same at you. It may have already happened, or it may be coming. So keep in mind, I do say this in the videos. I'm going to say it here. I haven't said it yet today in all the signs, but I'm going to say it in yours. Some of the times, not only in private readings, because it sure happens in private readings, but in general readings, I could be reading something that already happened to you in the past. This could have already occurred. This could be happening to you right now, or it could be getting ready to happen many months from now, because you don't all have the same birth chart. Timing is going to be different for all of you, and that's the nature of psychic predictions, even in private readings, because timing is the most difficult thing to pinpoint. So hopefully these messages will make sense to you, Leo. Now on to the sign of Virgo. And the first card you have here for mid-month of August, Virgo, is Ace of Rods. So this is new beginnings of some sort. This could be a new job, new love, receiving an inheritance. It could be a new home, birth of a child, wherever a new beginning could occur. Some of you are going to take on a new job and have some kind of new position. I do see Virgos like, woo, sparkling and shining out there. Like, I feel like you're going to stand out. If you don't get a new job, at the job you're already working at, you're going to stand out and like get noticed, and people are going to be like, oh, Virgo, look at you, look at what you're doing. You're going to be attracting positive attention. You know, you may start even showcasing your work or talents somewhere. Maybe you're going to give classes or lectures or seminars, or be on YouTube, or go to some kind of trade shows or festivals or fairs, or be on TV, or like, because I get showcasing your talents, showcasing your creations, showcasing your skills, talents, and abilities really comes up strongly here for you. Some of you are going to be attending a large gathering of people, and you're going to make you're going to either speak or sing or perform or play an instrument or display your talents, knowledge, skills, and abilities. You've got that kind of energy coming up here with this Ace of Rods. I feel this gathering is anytime between now in August all the way out until February of 2019. It could occur for you anytime in that time frame. You're going to have financial abundance from whatever these talents are that you're displaying or showcasing. You're going to, this is like, you're entering into some kind of like blessed territory. I don't know how else to say it, or karmic reward period. It's like the planets are aligning for you, Virgo, which is good news, because I've been doing these readings here on YouTube for 4 years, and in the beginning, 4 years ago, Virgos had it rough for a while. So glad to see the Virgos are having some blessings here. Here you have the Hermit, which is spiritual guidance, and your spirit guides lighting the way and showing you the way to go. You could be the Hermit, taking a step back, getting a lay of the land before you proceed forward in something you want to do. I see you gathering a lot of wealth and abundance and spreading it around to family. So either you're going to be giving it to your kids or your grandkids, or your parents or siblings. I don't know, whoever you consider your family. I see you spreading the wealth around to your family. There's a new relationship forming for some of you that's going to be quite outside the box. And whatever this relationship is, it's going to be building, like I can see building. And it's going to bring great things to you. Now, is this a love relationship? For some of you, it is. But for some of you, this relationship is not that kind of relationship. It could be a relationship with a company, a business, a partnership, but it's going to build. Whatever you're getting connected to that can be coined as a relationship, it's got it's got legs, it's got wheels, it's going to keep rolling, it's going to keep building. Some of you are going to really give money to, may even start giving money to charity, even funding some kind of charities as well. Some of you may actually become the Hermit yourself, where you are going to be training and educating and enlightening others. So whatever you're knowledgeable about, are you knowledgeable about tarot readings, psychic development, spiritual subjects, or even whatever? Doesn't even have to be that. Are you a singer, a painter, a musician? Whatever you are really talented and good at, you are going to start to be the Hermit of and being like a guide to other people. Because I feel like that's actually a big key for you. It's going to work out well for you. And when you do that, it's going to bring more business to you, more clients to you, more affluence to you, more money to you, more networking for you, more. It just brings more to you when you do that. So wherever you see where you can be the enlightener, you can be the teacher and the guide for other people. Even if you don't get paid for it, it's still going to bring more money to you, even if you do it for free. Later, you will reap the benefits and the rewards from it. So don't hesitate to do some things for free, because it's going to end up paying off for you. Just think on that, Virgo. So I hope these messages made sense to you. Now on to the sign of Libra. And the first card you have, Libra, is the Five of Cups. This is sadness, loss, and regret. Not all hope is lost, because there's still 2 cups behind the person. So it's not a lost cause. And it can also mean dealing with someone that has a problem with drinking, with alcohol. It could be you. It could be somebody you're connected to. That doesn't always mean that, but sometimes it does. I feel that some of you are looking at and having a difficult time dealing with how much time you wasted on somebody or wasted time in some other way. So it could have been on a relationship you felt like it was a waste of time, or a job, or a career endeavor, or a living situation, somewhere where you feel like you've wasted time. Some of you may feel like you have lost hope, like you're trying to rebuild your life, but that it's a struggle. Like you're trying to rebuild something in your life, either because you were emotionally hurt, or something happened with work, or somewhere, and you're trying to rebuild your life. And you may feel like your path, Libra, is unclear. Like your path may have felt like it's been shifting and changing. So the path that you thought you were originally on has now shifted and changed, and now you're unclear about your path for some reason. And maybe some of you felt like there were some people that you had to rely on to help you, and they didn't do it, or they didn't follow through, or they didn't come through for you. I actually feel like this month is an incredibly strong start over period for you. Some of you may be out there like right now looking for a new job, or looking for a new place to live, or looking for a new love relationship, because it is a general reading, Libra, so it's hard for me to pinpoint where is this area bothering you in particular. I do feel that some of you will be getting a new job or a new career, but to me, I don't know how quick you're going to get it. It may not be till you get into the next year of 2019, or something new is starting then, because I see you have planted seeds. If you haven't done that yet, you will be doing it, planting seeds that's going to make something germinate and come to fruition for you. So here, the next card you have for mid-August is the Seven of Cups, which is scattered energy, scattered thinking. Choose wisely from the illusions around you. You may be having a difficulty in making a decision or a choice about something. I do feel like you feel scattered, like your life feels like there's something about it that it does feel just like the way the card looks, like it's all over the place. And I do feel like you're not sure what it is you want to do, or what direction it is you want to follow, because I do feel like you're either other people and situations are pulling you in different directions, or you are doing that yourself, pulling yourself in all different directions. There's something about you going to leave a situation that you're in. So it could be a living situation. Maybe you don't like the town you live in, or you don't like the house you live in, or you don't like your living situation by who you're living with. Or the situation could be a job that you're in and you're not happy with the coworkers or your bosses or the pay, or the field that you're in. There's something that you're going to leave that you're in. I feel like you're having a hard time deciding this, and I feel like it's something that you didn't just start mulling over right now in mid-August 2018. I feel this is something that's been going on. You've been having difficulty deciding about what to do. It's kind of coming to a culmination or a head in this for some reason. Maybe the eclipse at the beginning of the month of August and the two eclipses last month are why this is like really driving home now and really coming to a head for you. Some of you may actually have to go out and seek some kind of counsel or help. But what area is it going to be for you, Libra? I don't know, because it's a general reading. So you could be seeking therapy. It could also be, spiritual counseling. It could be psychological counseling. It could be help from lawyers, attorneys, financial planners. accountants, bookkeepers, I don't know, but I see you seeking counsel of some sort. To me, it feels more like psychological or spiritual. That's what it feels like to me, but maybe it's career counseling. I don't know, Libra, but I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Please stay tuned at the beginning of the month of September to those readings, because they're going to be 3 times as long as the reading, as the update here in the middle of the month. So now on to the sign of Scorpio. And the first card you have here, Scorpio, is the Star. And the Star card indicates to me that you're getting some kind of spiritual blessing or answered wish or answered prayer. I feel like you're now finally finding your niche or your home. And I feel like you're more like you're doing well, like things are starting to do well for you. You're going to have a lot of dreams in this month of August. And for some of you, your spirit guides or your deceased loved ones or both are going to be really trying to communicate strongly with you and give you important messages. Some of you may have changed your residence lately, or like either moved or changed it how it looks. And I feel like you're feeling better about the space you're in and where you're living. Some of you may receive some kind of reward, acknowledgement, or a gift of cash. If you helped somebody out, maybe they're going to give you money and say, hey, thanks, you really did a great job, or you really saved my neck in this way, or hey, you're really doing such a good job, I want to give you a bonus or a raise, or I don't know, a commissions check, a reward, an award, but money feels like it's attached to me for some of you. I feel like you're developing your talents more, your inner talents. I feel like you're structuring yourself better. You're maybe changing the structure of your life in some way. Some of you may even be signing up in August or starting to take in August some classes, or getting yourself ready to sign up for some kind of classes or training. It could be online. It could also be like job training, things like that come up around you. Whatever you put your energy into now, in this month of August, is going to really flourish and grow for you. So if you're putting your efforts into your living space, or love relationship, or a new career choice, or training or educating, or your business or starting a business, it's really going to flourish and grow for you. This is an important month. You're in charge of making a lot of your dreams come true, Scorpio. You give yourself your own spiritual blessings more than you think. You have the King of Swords here, and this is either an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. That could be their sun sign, their rising sign, or their moon sign. Could also be you, Scorpio, if your rising sign or moon sign is an air sign. Their vibrancy is foretold. I don't know what they mean by that. So maybe I've predicted this before, or the guides have said it through other people you listen to. I don't know. But I hear their vibrancy is foretold. And I feel that they are going to help you. This is somebody that's not an adversary, because some of the people that were showing up in the other signs haven't always been blessings this month. They've been kind of contentious. This is not a contentious person for you. This is somebody that is brings in. So keep in mind, if you've gotten any psychic readings, whether they be from me or other psychics, this King of Swords was foretold to you. You've heard about them. They're going to give you a great opportunity. If it's, it could be a great opportunity to succeed, or it could even be a love opportunity. It depends on what your view is of opportunity. They have their wits about them. Their talents and their abilities are incredibly strong. Your connection to them, my guides are saying, you are well advised to stay put. So whatever connection you make with this King of Swords, even if it's only a short-term connection, I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying whatever the duration of time of this connection is blessed and wise for you to stay put. with it. Stick with it. There's going to be a new romance budding for some of you, and it may have already occurred in the month of June. If it didn't start in June, it's going to happen within the next 5 to 6 months. But I feel some of you may have already met this king. Keep in mind, it could also be a female. It's an air sign person. And they're trying to hold back on giving you everything that they can give you, but they will end up giving you everything. So whether this is a love partner or a business opportunity or whatever it is, they may not be giving you everything right now. They're holding back a little bit, but they will be giving it to you eventually. So I hope these messages made sense to you. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. And the first card you have, Sagittarius, is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could also be you, Sagittarius, if you have a rising sign or moon sign that's a water sign. There's things going on with this Knight of Cups that aren't right. I feel like they're off kilter. They're having a hard time coping. They need some kind of, they may also be looking for reconciliation in their love relationship or with you in some way. They're looking for reconciliation. Things are not right with them. Things are off kilter with them. I feel like you're going to be looking at them like pretty hardcore. And you may be telling them what they need to do. You may be directing them. Like, this is what you need to do to help them. They may be angry and they may feel betrayed or violated. That could be directed at you or not. But you're dealing with this Knight of Cups in some way. They may be asking you to be patient with them, to give them more time. Maybe this is somebody that you're in a love relationship with and they're dragging their feet, or they did some things that you don't agree with or you don't like. But let's put it this way. I don't feel like it's a coworker to you. I don't really feel like it's a boss to you either. This feels to me like someone you're either romantically involved with or you're related to them. Because, or they could be a really, really super close friend to you that you're totally enmeshed and involved in their life. I feel like you're trying to be accommodating to them. But I don't feel that you believe them. You don't totally believe them or trust them with whatever they're saying or doing. But for some reason, you're trying to be accommodating to them. I feel like you're going to get angry at them. And you're going to tell them, no, things are going to have to go round totally differently now. Like whatever you feel like that they've been doing or how things have been going, you're not on board with it. You're telling them that it's going to be a different way now. Now look at the card you got next, Sagittarius. You've got the Tower. This is a fight. It could be an argument. It could also be an ending of an old paradigm, so a new paradigm can begin. Casting off of an old regime, so a new regime can begin. This could be an awakening. You could be having some revelation or some life-changing event could also be occurring. This sometimes can indicate a building catching on fire or being struck by lightning. It can literally mean that as well. I feel that some of you are going to be so angry I feel it's directed at this Knight of Cups that you're going to tell them, get out. If you live with them, you're going to tell them to get out. Or maybe you're going to tell them they need a new place to live if that's the situation. There's going to be like anger, distrust. Maybe this King of Swords, maybe this Knight of Swords is going to steal something from you. Or they're going to tell you something that's outrageous, like an outrageous lie, or do something outrageous you just don't approve of. And I feel there's like senses and feelings of betrayal or mistrust or deceptions and anger comes up here. So I don't want to give dramatic predictions. I don't. I really, really don't. I want everybody to have the peace and happiness. I truly, truly do. But I'm not going to sit here and lie to you about what I'm getting. I I feel that you're going to find it's going to be very difficult for you to communicate with this Knight of Cups anymore. If you're their boss, you're going to ask them to step down or quit, or you're going to fire them. If you're the boss of them, you're going to fire them or tell them it's time for them to get out and leave. If you're their landlord, you're going to be telling them to leave. If you're their parent, you're going to be telling them they need to move out. If you're their love partner and you're intertwined with them, you're going to tell them they can't live with you anymore, or you're breaking up or something. Either by the new moon or the full moon of next month, things are going to be different. They're not going to be, I'm not sure. I feel like they're saying the new moon. I feel like they're saying, because they're mentioning the moon to me, and they're saying by the moon of next month, things will be different. So if you don't see things different by the new moon of next month, see what happens by the full moon of next month, because by then something is going to be different with this situation between you and this Knight of Cups. It's like it's karmic. It's a hard road to hoe, but it has to be done. It's like this is an unavoidable path, I feel. But things will be better after the Tower. The Tower will clear things up and clear it away and make things better after that. So don't feel like the Tower is totally doom and gloom. The Tower is also often a necessary step to clear something up. So I hope these messages were of help to you. And if they didn't make sense to you, Sagittarius, if you're like, she's nuts, I don't know what she's talking about, nothing like that's going on, I don't know the King of Cups or Knight of Cups, Knight of Cups, then watch your rising sign or your moon sign, or possibly these predictions aren't going to happen to you for a while, because timing is always different for everyone that listens to these messages. They may have even happened a year ago. I said that in Leo. I'm saying it to you too. So I hope they made sense to you. Please watch at the beginning of the month of September, because my psychic tarot readings at the beginning of the month are 3 times as long as they are here in the mid-month update. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. And the first card you have, Capricorn, is the Queen of Rods. And the Queen of Rods is a fire sign female. Usually it could be a male. This would either be a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could even be you, Capricorn, if you have a rising sign or moon sign that's a fire sign. They're coming into as a protector to you, a light bearer to you, and to show you the way. So this is somebody coming in that feels like they're a positive influence for you. You may talk to them about a job. They could be a new employer to you. They might have a background or some kind of knowledge in chemical research. Maybe they don't even do that for a job. Maybe they just happen to know a lot about chemicals and science, or chemical properties of things. But they may be involved in chemical research. Some of you Capricorns may start a relationship with this Queen of Rods. She seems to me well versed in a lot of subjects, so she knows a lot about a lot of different things. You're going to get talking with her. I feel like you're going to meet up with her. You may go out and have coffee with her. She could be somebody, or him, if it's a male. You may meet them on a dating site and then have a coffee meetup. Could happen like that. But I see you meeting up with them, and I feel like you're out in a public place that's either coffee or for lunch. It could be a bar, but I'm not really feeling like a bar. I'm getting more less intense than that. They've reincarnated into this lifetime many times before. Many. They're a very old soul, and they've been in this earth plane a lot. I feel like you need them in your life. I also feel that they challenge you in some way. They may challenge your belief systems. They may challenge you to make you feel like you have to step up to the plate and work harder and be bigger and better than a version of yourself than what you already are. But I don't feel they're challenging to you in a negative way. I'm not getting a negative sense of a challenge here. If this is not a potential love partner to you, this is somebody that really cares about you and is worried about you and wants what's best for you. Whenever the court cards come up, Capricorn, they always mean multiple people, because more than one or two Capricorns are listening to this. So I hope you can make sense out of who that is for you. You have the star here, so that indicates to me probably this is a blessing, right? Because the star brings spiritual blessings. It can be an answered prayer and an answered wish. Your communication skills are going to be advancing, highlighted from probably, I feel like it has some energy to do with the eclipse that was earlier this month on the 11th that is igniting this. Your communication is getting amped up and heightened. I see you worrying about a lot of little details, worrying about all these little things. I see some of you Capricorns putting yourself out there in kind of precarious positions, in the sense that, like, I feel like you're entering in some kind of uncharted territory for you. Maybe it's because you're meeting somebody new and it's a new love relationship, or maybe you've been single for a really long time, or you're putting yourself out there in a work or business related sense that's putting you in a precarious kind of like unusual kind of position. And I do feel that some of you Capricorns are going to be talking to somebody and seeking counsel about relationship advice. Comes up for some of you. Some of you may have to take a test, or you may be put into some kind of position that makes you feel like you're having to deal with a challenge. So I feel like you're being tested in some way, or you are literally having to take some kind of test. You do have a new relationship forming and a bond that's going to form very strongly. If this is not love for you, it could be a new friendship for you, or somebody you get introduced to and it turns into something much different than what you originally expected. Like maybe you meet at the time and you think, oh, they were nice, or oh, I'm going to be working with them. Well, that's good to meet them. They were nice people. But then it turns out that they end up becoming your boss, or it turns out that you two end up forming a partnership and start your own business, or that you think it's a casual introduction and it turns out that you end up being in a really strong love relationship with them. You may not make, if you meet them new in August or September, you may not think much of it or put a lot of importance on it at the time that you meet, and it's going to turn into something much greater. So I hope these messages were of help to you and they made sense. If they didn't, please go watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because in this mid-month of August, the messages may be coming to you there. So now on to the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius, the first card you have here is Ace of Rods, which is new beginnings. This could be a new job, a new home, a new love relationship. It could be birth of a child. It could be receiving an inheritance. It's some kind of new beginning, starting a new business. I do feel there's some phenomenal things happening towards the end of the month for you, going into September, Aquarius, where I feel like you're having some kind of new part of your life. Something new is happening. You may have somebody that appreciates something you did, and they may reach out to you and tell you that. And they may be somebody that has connections to, like, get you a better job, or get you an important gig, or give you some kind of new opportunity. So it may come to you from some random person, or somebody you did something for or feels like you really helped them out in some way. Some of you are really going to be coming out of your shell and going out of your way, and I see you talking to a lot of people, and they could be new people to you. This could be socially, or it could have something to do with your work or business. This is going to be a special time of your life, Aquarius, where I feel you're getting some kind of karmic blessing or reward, and I feel like you are going to be put in a position of power, or you're rising up the ranks to a higher position in some area of your life. Fortuitous events look to me for some of you to occur around the 3rd week of August, or it could even be a little later than that, and timing's always different for everyone. Yeah, I feel like you get put on the map in some way. You make some kind of advancement. There's some advancement here occurring. You have relatives and spirit guides that are like, I see flower petals, just like in the Ace of Rods, the flowers. They're like dropping these petals down on you, Aquarius, and this is some kind of blessing. You have the Ace of Cups next. This is a new love relationship happening for some of you. This could also be the abundance of love coming to you from your family or other, the universe, the public. You've got love coming here. For some of you have been single for a long time. Finally, the person you were hoping is going to show up is going to show up. And I feel like you're going to get asked out, or you're going to ask them out, or you agree to go out. Let's put it that way. And how you meet is going to be different for all of you. I feel like this is going to be a little bit hard for some of you to accept because there's going to be something a little challenging about it, which may sound weird, but that comes up here. Some of you are going to receive something that you have been praying and asking for. So if it's not a new love partner to you, it's something else. But it's something that you wanted to see happen, that you've been praying or waiting for or asking for. And I actually feel a deceased relative to you is the one engineering it or helping make things align so it actually happens. That's interesting. Also, some of you Aquarians will be putting together some kind of project, and you yourself are going to be pouring a lot of love into it. So it could be writing a book. It could be starting a new business. It could be starting a new aspect of your business. It could be some kind of creative project. It could even be adopting or a child or giving birth to a child. But I'm telling you, whatever this is you're doing, Aquarius, you are pouring an intense amount of love into it. And if it's a new love relationship for you, even if it's just starting, you're still going to be pouring your intention of love into whatever this is. So I hope these messages made sense to you. If they did not, Aquarius, please watch your rising sign and your moon sign, and be sure to tune in at the beginning of the month of September, because my psychic tarot readings at the beginning of the month are 3 times as long, as this is just a little mid-month update. So now on to the sign of Pisces. And the first card you have here, Pisces, is the 7 of Cups, and this is scattered energy, scattered thinking, scattered emotions. Choose wisely from the illusions around you. You may have difficulty in making a decision about something. I feel like you're almost trying to do too many things at once, and I feel like it may be overwhelming to you, or you may be feeling like you can't handle it. I feel like there's some things that you're going to say, oh, I've got to stop wasting my time or spinning my wheels on and making all this effort on something in particular, and you may stop doing it, but only you can figure out what is the thing you're going to stop doing. But I see you feeling like you have to be more precise and narrow some things down. Sorry if you hear weird noises. My dog is making weird noises in the background. I actually feel that some Pisces have some new love romance that may come in for some of you. I feel like it could start as early as late August, but it could also occur anytime, I feel like, between August and the end of October. Yeah, I definitely feel like you're going to feel like you're running around in circles. Like, I got to go here, I got to go over there, then I got to do this, and then I have that to do. So I feel like you're going to feel like you're running around all over the place at this midpoint of August and going into maybe even into September. Some of you may consider taking some course or classes in doing something that maybe you've been afraid of, or is just going to certainly bolster up your courage. I'm not really sure what this is about. That's a little unusual, but that's what they said. Some of you may have a toothache, and you may have to take codeine or take something for it, because I get like toothache, like a tooth bothering you, and having to take something for the pain, or you may be taking an awful lot of Tylenol or Motrin or something with codeine in it. Any of you that are doing any kind of drastic change to your diet or exercise program are going to start feeling remarkably better for it. You may start feeling better as soon as August, may take a little while longer, but I get like any of you Pisces that wanted to change your diet or exercise, you're going to start to feel a lot better. You've got the Justice card here. This can be a legal card. This is usually dealing with lawyers, documents, court papers, judges, law settlements, divorces. It can also be nothing legal at all. It could be if something has been unjust and unfair for you, could now become just and fair. If you're dealing with any legal things, I get a throwdown and I also get thrown out. So you're either going to court and you're going to have a throwdown at court about what's going on, like you'll be giving a deposition or, on the stand, or something like gets kicked up, or something gets thrown out, because I hear the words throw down and thrown out. You may also be getting new advice from new legal counsel. Either you're getting new advice from your legal counsel, or you're getting new legal counsel that gives you new advice. That's for those of you that are dealing with court situations. Something gets changed and revised that has legal things to it. So a legal document or legal papers could get changed and revised also. There could be a new master of ceremonies that comes in that's quite drastic and dramatic and puts everything into perspective. Now, you may say, what's master of ceremonies? I don't know. It could be a judge. So maybe the judge is the master of ceremonies. Could be a new boss. Could be something you're involved in. Could be a new teacher or director of something. I also see some of you Pisces, this is coming up for you because I see you have learned, or you're in the process of learning, how to deal with things more judiciously and fairly, and almost more like and being more politically savvy in whatever it is you're doing. So if you're in work, it's in your work situation. If you're at school, it's in a school situation. If it's in your love life, it's in your love situation. But some situation you're also going to become more savvy about legalities and legal situations that maybe you need to know it for work. Maybe it's something where you need to know new laws, or maybe it's because you're involved in some kind of litigation or court situation. You are going to become, for whatever the reason, Pisces, more savvy in legal matters and about law. So I hope that those messages made sense to you, and I hope they were of some help. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate that. And please remember to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you're interested in getting the special videos I recorded for this recent eclipse that we had, this partial solar eclipse in Leo that happened on August 11th, 2018, and to see what beginnings and endings are occurring for your sign of the zodiac, where I used 3 cards from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck to show me the endings, and 3 cards from the Hanson Roberts deck to show me the beginnings. And I also looked into the crystal for your sign. You can access those videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos for the August 2018 eclipse beginnings and endings, psychic tarot and crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac for download and purchase. I'm not sure what the actual title of those videos are because they're still getting online right now as I'm recording this video. So I'm not sure what they're going to be called, but you can better believe they're about the August 11th, 2018 eclipse. And you can also access these videos on my website. It'll be the first video series listed at the top of the videos page. And my website is www.theluckymermaid.com. And on that top of the videos page, these videos will be available. You just click on your sign and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Also, if you're interested in getting these psychic crystal readings that I did for each sign of the zodiac for August 2018, those videos are also available for download and purchase by clicking on the other link below this video. And they're also available on my website on the same videos page underneath those eclipse readings. You just click on your sign and it will take you to that crystal reading on Vimeo. So I wish you an abundance of amazing times and positive energy during this mid-month of August, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.